If you don't get anything from this video, all you should gain is whatever information you need in this country is going to be on the internet. Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Flora. I make videos from the United Kingdom, and I make videos about my faith, my lifestyle, a few health topics, and a few tips on fashion. In today's video, this is going to be an informative video. I'm going to be talking about a few things that you need to do if you're coming to live in the UK permanently, or if you're coming to study in the UK. Things that you need to do as soon as you get into the UK to make your life easier and better. So in this video, I'm also going to be tagging the SS fam. The SS fam is a fellow YouTuber like me. She lives in Canada, and the reason why I wanted to tag her was because I know a lot of people are thinking of going to Canada as well. Canada is like my country that I'm eyeing. I'm here, but I'm eyeing Canada. So I just wanted her to like just throw more light on like things like what you need to do when you just first move into Canada to make your life easier. She does videos about her family. She does videos about motherhood, DIY, her baby's hair. Like she's got a lot packed up. I'm gonna leave her name here and the link to her channel down below. Please guys, check her out. Canada is a place that we all want to go, so I was like, the SS fam, the SS fam, she's one that she needs to be in this video. I want to choke on myself because of SS fam. I'm just really happy to like tag her to this video. Anyways, I'm talking too much now, but without any further ado, let's just jump straight into this video. The first thing that I'm going to mention in no particular order is to get an accommodation. A lot of people coming to the UK having somebody like an uncle, an auntie, a relative, and so they come and stay with a relative, and then they finally move out to their own place. Some people coming to the UK, and if they're coming to study, they straight away go onto the university campus, and then from there they find a place. But if you're coming to the UK to work and you don't have anybody to stay with, or you don't have a place to stay with, you don't have a place to stay with, can you imagine that? Sorry. And you don't have a place to stay in, there's this site called www.spareroom.co.uk. It's a website. I'm going to leave the link here. It's not a sponsored video. I'm just trying to help anyone out there that's going to need this information. So what Spare Room gives to you is a house share, and it's basically you and other people living in the same house. If you're coming to the UK and you don't have family around, you want to save money, having a house share is like one of the ways that you can save money, and then save money into moving into maybe a 1-bedroom flat or a 2-bedroom flat or whatever. It's a good way to live as well, because then you can easily start to make friends with that. Your roommates might end up being your first friends in the UK. But yeah, I know there's gonna be that odd one out that's not gonna keep the toilet clean, or keep the bathroom clean, or keep the living room clean, but it's a good way to start. You know, it's a decent way to start. Next point is get a UK telephone number. Yes, you need a UK telephone number. Ooh. So one of the reasons why you need a UK telephone number is because people are gonna be asking for your number. You know, you just need to have a number that actually works. If you're going to look for a job, they're asking for your telephone number. If you're gonna be speaking to your landlord, it's gonna want a telephone number. You just need to get a telephone number. I know some people obviously want to still keep in touch with family, so what you can do is have a phone and leave your WhatsApp as your Nigerian number, and then put in your UK SIM card into that same phone and use your UK SIM card as your normal day-to-day call. It's very easy to get a SIM card. Literally walk into Tesco's or Asda or a corner store that sells milk and bread, Sainsbury's. So many places sell pound shop. If you see £1 shop or Poundland, or you can even get into the companies themselves. They sell SIM cards. If you want a slightly cheaper one, you can get things like Libara, Leica Mobile, or Giftcard. Those are really, or Tesco Mobile. Those are really cheap ones. If you want to, and they work the same anyways. Their internet coverage might not be as great as the likes of EE and 3, but they are still good, and they're cheaper to run, and you can just get a pay as you go. Pay as you go just means that you just like how you do in Nigeria, you buy the SIM, put the SIM in your phone, recharge the phone with some credit, and then call. As when you call, obviously your time is going, and once your credit is finished, your credit is finished. You have to recharge your phone again. Another way that you can do it is to join a contract. Join a contract means that the company will tell you, okay, we can give you unlimited minutes, unlimited text, and 2 gig of data every month for just £15. As an example. And in this case, you can text anybody in the UK free unlimitedly. You could call any line in the UK free unlimitedly, but you have 2 gig of data. So if your data finishes, then you have to buy some more data from the company, and it's usually very expensive. So try to stick to your data if you're going to be on a contract, and it just means that every month they take £15 off your account. Now this brings me to my next point. You have to open a UK bank account. That makes sense. You have to have a bank account. You need a bank account because if you're going to apply for a job, you want them to pay you. They're not going to pay you cash. I know some people pay cash, but legally they should put the money to your account. So if they ask for account number, you need that for that reason. If you're going to get a contract phone, you need an account number. Basically set up a bank account, and that's obviously going to be useful because even when you're paying your landlord, you're going to pay your landlord by direct debit most of the time, or maybe it's probably going to be an online transfer. You need a bank. You definitely need a bank. So you definitely need a bank. The next thing that I think is important that you do, like I said, this is in no particular order, is to have a GP. You have to register with a GP. It's basically a doctor that treats manual issues in the community. And the reason why you have to have a GP is because when you fall ill and you go to the hospital, they always ask you for your GP. The GP is basically the practice that would pay your fees. I don't really know the logistics behind everything, but if you don't have a GP, there's always an issue with funding. You don't want to be paying your fees by yourself, your bills by yourself in this UK because it's so expensive. So you should have a GP. A GP is so important. Anything that you're looking for in this country is all on the internet. If you don't get anything from this video, all you should gain is whatever information you need in this country is on the internet. What you need to just type how to find a GP in my area, or basically just type in GPs in my area. There'll be a list of GPs around your area with addresses. Pop into one of them, or basically call them on the phone. You find their name and their number on this online. Call them on the phone, or you can walk to the GP practice and say, I would like to join this GP. They give you a form, you fill it in, bam, you already have a GP. That's literally how easy it is. So please make sure you have a GP, because when you're ill, you definitely need someone that will be looking after you, and your GP is someone that can always follow you up. You get what I mean? So yes, it's so important, because this health, we don't actually know. We can't, like, you can go to sleep today and tomorrow morning you're waking up with cold, because guess what, the weather is so cold, you're not used to it, your body's not used to it, your body's trying to fight this cold, and you come up with a flu and whatnot, because obviously you're not used to the weather climate. So get a GP. It's important. Our GP is important. So yeah, the next point is to have a driver's license. It doesn't have to be a full driver's license. Just apply for a driver's license, and what comes through the post is a provisional license. A provisional license is one that allows you to learn how to drive. So and you can use that as a proof of identity. If you're going to the shops and you're going to buy a drink that has alcohol in it, you need to prove that you're over 18. So you need that card to show. If a police comes to your house and they say, oh, there's something that's happened, we need to see your identity, that's what you need to show. I can't stress how important it is to have a driver's license. Now, one thing I have to say is, if you have a provisional driver's license, you are not allowed to drive on your own. You have to drive with someone that's been driving for 3 years, or drive with a driving instructor. Yeah, but you're not allowed to drive by yourself. So, but even if you don't intend to drive in the nearest future, you just need to get a provisional driver's license. You probably get it, and then the expiry date will probably you probably get it now 2020, expiry date probably like 2030 or something. It's got a good span. I think 10 years. I think it's 10 years. It's got a good span before it expires. But I can't stress it enough. You have to get a driver's license. Like I said, anything that you're going to need is going to be on the internet. Basically, go onto the internet and search or Google how to get a driver's license. When you need to apply for a job, there are things they ask you to bring: proof of identity or proof of address. Proof of identity is things like your passport and your driver's license. They always ask you for 2 proof of identity. So you can either bring your driver's license or your passport. That's the two things I always bring. If you have a disabled card, then bring a disabled card, things like that. But if you're just coming to the UK, you're probably just gonna have your passport. That's probably gonna be the only proof of identity that you have. So getting another one like a driver's license is always very important to have. Proof of address would be letter that come through the post, and your bank statement. But this is me, I'm drifting away from the topic, but you guys basically get what I mean by getting a proof of address. I can't stress it enough. You need to register to vote. You need to be on the electoral register. The reason why you need to be on this is because you're able to vote whilst you're here. It's for me, I think it makes sense that if you're paying tax in this country, you should be able to vote. You should be able to contribute to who runs the country and who doesn't. So that's my ideology anyways. That's how I think. So yes, being on the voters register is definitely a good idea. Can't stress that enough. If it's going to help with your credit rating. If you want to know, I talked about credit rating a bit more in my video. I'm going to link that video here where I talked about Nigerians in the diaspora will agree with me. That's the title of the video. If you want to know more about credit rating and what it means, I'm going to put that link up there where I talked about it. So that's basically that. Lastly, what you're going to need is a national insurance number. Just Google how to get an NI. It'll take you to the government page, and then from there you're good to go. So you need an NI because if you're going to work, on the application form they'll ask you to put your national insurance number. National NI means national insurance, so I'm confusing anyone, sorry. So they ask you to put your national insurance number, and you need to have a space for that. If you don't have a national insurance number, you can't work in this country. That's just how it goes. Like how they show that you're paying tax. Your national insurance number is one of those things that assures the government that this person is paying tax. So maybe you're working here illegally and you know you're being paid cash, which shouldn't be. But I hope that this video was useful. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've mentioned 6 points here. Don't forget to go check out Fan video as well, talking about what you need to do when you get into Canada. And guys, if you're interested in making making this kind of video, feel free to make it. I have friends that live in the USA, I have friends that live in Germany, I have friends that live in Italy, in Spain. Like guys, feel free to do this video, because you know, you never know. Tomorrow I just wake up now, I say Spain, I want to go and live in. I need my Spanish friends to come through for me and tell me what I need to do when I get into the country. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was useful. This is basically the things that you need to do when you first arrive into the UK if you're planning on staying here. And I hope it was useful to you. Please feel free to share this video out to family, friends. I hope it's not been too long. When I'm editing this video, I'll make sure I only put the points that should be there. So please share it to your friends and family. Thank you for watching. Bye.